And it's like you're playing ball in the dark and you're running around with a glove hoping it falls in, but it didn't fall in for a long time. And Biologix was a part of turning the light on and finding out what was happening and actually being able to work on the cause and get him back to where he is today. I'm from southwestern Ontario, Canada. My wife and I are here for our son, Isaac. So it was about 2.5 years ago now. Isaac came into our room writhing in pain and crying. We were scared. We didn't know what was happening. We thought maybe appendix. He was holding his stomach on the side. I took him to our children's hospital to emerge to try to find out what was going on. And that was the start of our journey. We had spent a lot of time with our conventional doctors back home trying to figure out what was going on. They did an ultrasound. They did lab work. We went to the ER 3 different times and we were constantly told it was in his head. And I was like, this can't be in his head. You know, he's not a dramatic boy. He's not someone that would do this for fun or fake it. It was just so frustrating because we knew something was horribly wrong, but we didn't know what. And we spent probably 9 months going through the regular system, trying to figure things out. That 9 months was probably the worst 9 months of my life. Isaac was in constant pain. He would wake up with tears in his eyes. I would have to pick him up and carry him at times to the bathroom. I'd have to carry him up and down the stairs to get him outside, set up a lawn chair on the driveway so he could get some sun and fresh air and put him down and literally pick him back up half an hour later. And it was at that point that we understood that we would have to try to figure this out. And we did determine that he had Lyme and co-infections, and knowing what we know now, a host of other things that come along with that, I started researching day and night because I knew it was bad, but I didn't know much about it. And I came across a lunch lecture from Dr. Jernigan talking about allowing the body to heal itself and strengthening the body to heal itself rather than just bombard it with pharmaceuticals and things. So that really clicked with me. And in his video, I understood he had a clinic and made the email and the call and got set up to come in. We were in dire straits, and from what I understood that they were able to do here, I knew it was exactly what we needed. So we were very excited to come, and it didn't disappoint. We're not out of the woods yet. We've made great gains. We went from me carrying him up and down the stairs to him riding his bike, skateboarding, and jumping on the trampoline. We're through the thick of it, but there's still work to do. I knew he had Lyme. I didn't know how many co-infections he had at the time. So they're just able to delve deeper here and pinpoint even more issues, which is nice because you want to know what the big problems are, right? And then from there we get our remedies and medicine and start doing the work, right? And watch him slowly come back up. Our first appointment, what we learned in 1 hour, was more than we had known in the previous 9 months on our first trip. So it was amazing. And Isaac got his remedies and went through therapies, and we immediately started to get the traction that we were missing at home. He also has mold illness, so then he's sensitive to water damage. So we found out in our church after 25 minutes sitting in there, he would tell me his pain was going up. And I didn't understand why. And then the next time it would do it, and the next time it would do it. And then it finally clicked that it was affecting him. So you slowly had to learn these things too, right? And we're working on all those things. And like I said, he's a million times better than he was. But it's a process. Everything was just for Isaac. His therapies were picked for him. His testing and remedies and such were made just for him and his body in the state it was at right then, not just if you have this, take this. It was personalized 100%. Thankfully, he takes everything he's supposed to take. He does what he's supposed to do without complaining. I couldn't ask for someone to do as well as he's doing. I couldn't do as well as he's doing. I would complain more than him. They use non-invasive therapies. They have a lot of great therapies, and their bioresonance scanning is I don't know of anything better in the world to find out what's wrong with people. And I knew that we needed that for Isaac to be able to see exactly what was going on. And I knew we couldn't do antibiotics because his gut was just ruined. It was so much pain. First of all, everyone's so kind and everything's so easy. You know, even with short notice at times, they find a way to make sure that you're seen from your first email to the call, to the follow-ups, to the reminders, to getting here, meeting your doctor, and we have an amazing doctor here. It's been life-changing. Like I said, we were in dire straits. He was in horrible shape. The fact that we've got traction so quick here, it blew my mind and encouraged me to just keep learning more about what they do here, because when you have a chronic illness and you don't know what it is, it's hard to use the old diagnostic tools to find out what's wrong. And what they do here is light years ahead of what average people are used to. So to be able to have that meant we got quick help, which means we got quick traction, means Isaac started progressing and coming back up immediately after our first visit. I have recommended it to many people. People that I see are stuck and just spinning their wheels with what they're doing. There's no better place because it's so individualized. They're testing your body for what it needs right now. Like, what's the blockage? Where's the problem? And they can find that out here quickly and easily. I don't know where we'd be today without it. It's really an unmatched technology they use here. I had some background in understanding kind of the energy medicine that they use here and testing techniques, but it is definitely different than conventional medicine. You know, it's not just lab work. You know, you do lab work just to check where everything's at so you know what you're working with. But like I said, it's light years ahead of what we're used to. It's amazingly powerful, and they're really able to peel back the layers and try to find what the cause is and not just treat symptoms. You know, take a Tylenol, and if it's still bad, follow up with your general practitioner. You know, it's not that. It's what's behind it. If you don't fix the cause, you'll continually have symptoms or continually be treating symptoms. The body is an amazing thing. It's a self-healing creation, that it's not about bombarding it, you know, trying to kill things off, that it's about supporting your system. And God created our immune system to do its job. And if you support the body and make it healthy and make it strong, it can do amazing things. So that's why I love Biologix, because it's about supporting the system and bringing everything up rather than trying to beat things down.